Yeah, I'm gonna post to.
So this is the already open box.
Okay. Do you want to just talk a bit?
Yeah, how's it going?
Okay, good. Okay.
Noise level's good?
Yeah. Oh shit! I should turn this around. A second.
Dude, we have 23 followers now. We're live, bro.
Dude, we're live.
Yeah, okay, hello, guys. I didn't realize we were live quite yet. This is Jeffrey from Gentleman's Draft. Mark will be coming in the shot soon. We are broadcasting from a public area today, so you might hear a little bit of extra noise in the background. We're going to embrace it, though. We weren't able to get a room, a private room today to be able to open these last two pre-release boxes, but that's what we're going to be doing today, is opening these last two pre-release boxes, talking about maybe some of the decks that we tried to build with our pre-release boxes from yesterday to get to that point. But today, we're going to rip through these packs a little bit faster than we did yesterday, so that we can maybe get into a little bit of synergies, deck building, that kind of thing. And then tomorrow, we're actually burning through a bunch of booster packs because we have a booster box already ordered. It's already in our name. Trying to get through at least all 36 packs.
Yeah,
we're trying to do it.
That's the dream.
If we can't do it, we might have to take out one pack because we're thinking about doing a draft tomorrow as well. So, but anyways, yeah, let's get in. Let's do the Magic Shuffle, Mark. I know that you have the heart of the cards.
I was thinking of picking it and then giving it to you, Jeff. But
Dude,
I feel like
that's just gonna reverse it.
Yeah.
So you just pick the one that you want, Mark. Do you want this? Which one do you believe in? So for those of you who weren't here yesterday watching us, Mark definitely got the #1 box. You got two Elder Dinos,
two big boys,
two of those blue pirates that like turn a defender basically into nothing. Warcry Monitor turn like a defending creature into a 0/1. So he got a bomb deck. We built him a deck which is basically just hold your opponent off, and then get out your big boys and win the game. And I think we didn't play with his deck, but I think it's a winner. I actually was just revamping my deck from yesterday. I tried to go green-blue. It didn't work for me. Pivoted to black-blue with a splash of green for my Dryad. And you see that works.
Jeff, I think that, my deck might be stronger, but, your skill really adds another dimension to the game.
I did lose both of my games.
So, it happens sometimes. So we're just going to, we already got one person in chat. We got Neat Kevy up in here.
Neat Kevy, how's it going, bud? So I think we're going to do the same thing today, actually. We're not going to look at our promo cards. We're going to keep the promo cards in the box.
I'm actually not going to look at it today.
Mark was really bad about just peeking.
I'm a little peeker boy.
And then I think our card camp setup might be a little bit better today.
We
have contract killing in there. We don't have a stream aid, so we can't keep track of the contract killing count. But as we develop as better streamers, maybe we'll work on that. Well.
Yeah, and if you're watching, if you're an MTGO semi-pro called Lumpkins and you're watching, you want to come up and just be our Sturm Wizard.
Guys, I'm excited.
Whoa.
My countdown
off to a good start.
Is a classic.
I can't even open
a classic just way back. Dude, here's the trick. You're trying too hard, and you just slide it at the corners, and then it'll start to there you go, man. Dude, all right, awesome. we're teaching you guys. If you guys need help opening one of these boxes, all you do is just pull at one of the corners.
Careful. I almost saw your pre-release card. Be careful. Be careful.
Uh-oh. Wait, you almost saw it?
I almost saw it. Don't look at it.
Oh, no, I can't see it because there's like that little guard there.
Yeah. I almost saw it. I think I almost saw it.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna actually put this back in here, so there's like just no temptation to get after the pre-release.
Okay. Where's the?
Mark, how about this?
Yeah.
I'll do it for you. Okay. I'm gonna get out your packs.
Yeah. Thanks.
No looking.
Because
Wait, do you not? Dude, I think you got screwed. I think you don't have a pre-release card in here.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, it's there.
It's not. The plastic's not there.
What?
Oh my God, Mark. What? Oh my God. Hey, Wizards, if you're watching this.
Oh my God. Dude, what?
If you're watching this, we got screwed, Wizards.
We got screwed. Oh my God.
There's no pre-release card in here.
Dude.
Guys, all right. So first off, Wizards. This is a big problem here. No pre-release card in the pre-release box.
Dude, I'm bummed.
This is not good.
This is garbage.
This is poor quality.
Dude, let's get that serial number.
Yeah, let's get the serial number on there. We're gonna actually we're gonna be writing a letter into Wizards today then for this, using this video as proof.
Dude, this is
we did get scammed. Neat Kevy says scammed. I agree. We got scammed.
Dude.
But he did get a beautiful green blue dye,
Oh,
which I
nice.
do think is nice. So that's upsetting that this is a
Yeah.
bad start.
It's a bad start.
Mark doesn't have a guaranteed hyphy matable card in there right now. Is this the one? All right.
No, this is.
All right, yeah. So let's get that box back in there. We got.
Yeah,
You want to display the nice art? You know.
We'll be reaching out to Wizards.
Oh, yeah.
If they're already
that's-
watching,
It's pretty unacceptable quality.
there is.
If you
Yeah.
ask me, we have big problems here.
That is trash. I'm actually almost on the verge of tears. And Jeff, but even though I'm on the verge of tears, I am so glad that you did not get that box because after your last draw,
But maybe they just gave you such good packs in that box that they
maybe,
thought,
yeah,
we can't give this box a promo.
maybe.
So we'll find out. We're gonna
We'll
find
find
out what
out,
happened, and we'll keep our viewers
Yeah,
up
we'll
to date.
post our legal response to this gentleman's draft. We'll send out the copy to all our subscribers. Yeah, I think it's. Should we just get
Yeah,
started?
I think that before I get started, I know I'm gonna get parched, and I
me too.
wanna just say that I need one of these beautiful San Pellegrinos to keep my thirst quenched.
Pellegrino is
So
great.
That's good stuff. That is good stuff. Oh boy. All right. So I'm just gonna make sure that people really know what our beverage of choice is. San Pellegrino.
Yeah,
if you're
San
trying
Pellegrino.
if you're trying to quench your thirst, there's no better option.
Best. 5
All right.
stars.
So the rules today are that we're gonna try not to look at our rare cards. as
Not
well
gonna look
as
at our
pack.
rare cards.
So yeah, let's
do it.
Let's get going with this.
We
Let's
almost
get
had
the
people
pack
walk behind us.
It's alright. We might have some unexpected guests, some unexpected background noise. I'm excited about it though.
I'm excited. Yeah. So I'm not gonna look at my rare board. Okay.
Okay,
So 3 cards, right?
Yeah. So if you get your uncommons, it's 3 cards. Yeah, it's basically the last 3 cards
Okay.
you want to hide.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So we're good.
We're good.
I did mess up a little bit, but I didn't see it, so that's good.
Should we just
Okay.
go through and pull out the ones we've seen?
You know what?
already?
I think we'll just do a quick run through. I'll just kind of
Okay.
slide them into shot. Let's get those dice out of there, and then
Yeah.
let's get this going.
Let's do
So Swagger and Corsair, we saw this yesterday. We have a new cam setup, by the way. So now we can show you the card while we're talking about it,
Yeah.
which is nice.
It's great.
And so
Really
you can see the art. Read it
Professional
with
level.
us. Yeah. So we're trying something new out today. I think it's gonna make the card game a little bit better. But yeah, so Swagger and Corsair, we saw it yesterday, 2/2, 3-drop, but it has raid and it gets +1/+1 if you attack the creature this turn. So nice, you're going to try to get this out as a 3/3 every time. Sanguine Glorifier, another one we saw yesterday as well, enters the battlefield, you put a 1/1 counter on another vampire you control. That's a 4-drop 3/3, also a solid vampire card. Crashing Tide, we talked about. I don't think there's any reason to really get into that too much. Basically, return a creature to hand and draw a card. Nice bounce. Aggressive Urge, also one that we saw yesterday. Target creature gets 1/1 until end of turn, and you draw a card. So helps you ramp into some of your better cards. But onto our first new card that I don't believe we saw yesterday. Did we see this yesterday?
No,
I don't
no,
believe so.
that's a cool looking
Okay,
card.
so we have a 5-drop black, 5/3 wizard canal monitor. Now, nothing special about this card really, other than just its solid body, decent-ish price. But look at that flavor text, Mark. Can you believe it? The
Wow,
first
that-
goblin tried to swim the canal. The second built a raft. The last and craftiest goblin launched herself from a fire cannon and soared over the canal, trailing smoke. All were eaten, but only one was
Wow,
cooked.
dude, that is a whole 6 lines
Yeah.
of flavor text.
That's how you do flavor text.
That's how
ladies
you do
and gentlemen.
flavor text.
If you don't have flavor text like this, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Fantastic flavor text. Wizards was brave on this.
Wizard of Brave, yeah.
Whew.
I love the art. I love the flavor text.
Yeah.
I love
Honestly-
everything about that card.
Honestly, you know what? It's not the greatest card, but 5-drop for that body. Maybe you just need a little bit bigger body and you play it. Card cam is a little blurry. I'm sorry, Kevy. We're really trying to figure out how to get these cameras. They'll focus in on the card and then they won't. And,
Yeah.
and we haven't really figured out a way
Yeah,
to
it's-
fix that yet. We're not pro streamers. But we're trying to be.
Yeah, we're trying.
And so we'll work on that. We'll try to figure something out with these cameras. Maybe we just need a different type of camera. I don't know.
Maybe we just need just a camera that doesn't have focus feature. Probably something up that alley.
There should be some software. Maybe we'll look into it. We'll
Yeah.
look into it off stream.
We are
before tomorrow.
We
maybe.
do work at Twitch, so we do have knowledgeable people here. Some knowledgeable people, some very knowledgeable people. Some unknowledgeable people like just me and Jeff mostly. Yeah, we're hoping we can sort that out.
So yeah, next up for the commons, we had Strider Harness. We saw it yesterday. Its equipment adds 1/1 and haste to your creature. 1 equip cost. 3 is a little expensive to get it out though. Water Knot, which is a pseudo removal card, basically just ties up an opponent's creature. I like this card a lot. I have 2 of them in the deck that I built from my box yesterday. I think it's a solid. Solid card. Nikevi says he might be able to come by and take a look. We would appreciate it,
I'll talk no walk. I hope you actually come by.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to have you on by.
Definitely. Next up, I don't think we saw this one yesterday.
No.
It's a 3-drop sorcery speed spell. Gruesome Fate. Each opponent loses 1 life for each creature you control. So an interesting play. If you're going wide, this is something that can help you out and deal damage directly to your opponent.
Oh, we're actually. Oh, sorry. For the people viewing, we're in the 9th floor kitchen.
Yeah.
So come on up. You might hear the pinball music in the background. We got Mozart back there.
That's why we have passerbys here today.
Yeah.
We're into it.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot. You might see more of the Twitch family. So, we're in the 9th floor kitchen. Come on up.
Yeah, come on up.
Yeah.
Get some snacks, come hang out,
Yeah, bring some Pellegrino.
Yeah.
In case we run out. It's what I live in here every day.
No, it's true.
So,
if we run out of Pellegrino, what is this world coming to?
Yeah.
Next up, did we see this one yesterday?
No, that's a beautiful
card. So I think we have a new pirate.
That's cool.
Deadeye Rig Hauler. So it's a 3/2 body for 4, and it has its raid mechanic. When Deadeye Rig Hauler enters the battlefield, if you attack the creature this turn, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. So, this is another bounce on top of your creature. You're probably always going to want to do this if your opponent has a creature that you're really annoyed by, that's kind of limited you. Maybe you attack the smaller creature, or flyer, try to do something a little evasive, or something that seems not impactful, but then boom, kind of surprise him with this at the end of your turn. And then our last one, which we did see yesterday, a 1-drop Mutiny. You basically have your opponent's creature, one of your opponent's creature, deal damage to another opponent's creature based on its power. So, pretty straightforward there. And I'm at my uncommon, so I'm actually going to hand it over to Mark here.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the Spirewinder. I think it's a new card. I don't think we've seen this one.
Yeah, we had Spirewinder, I believe, yesterday. I think you had Spirewinder, actually.
Oh, yeah, 2, 3, yeah. Cool looking card. I like the snake. I like the spire. I like how he's winding around it.
And then if you get to that City's Blessing, Nikevi is a large proponent of City's Blessing.
Yeah.
He says he gets through it about 70% of the time.
70%.
Which is incredible odds there. And, so this guy's really going to turn into a 3/4 if you have the City's Blessing, which I think turns it into a good card too, a great common card.
Up next, one we saw 2 days ago, the Araska Raptor.
Was that 2 days ago? Oh yeah, we didn't stream yesterday. I kept saying yesterday.
Yeah.
That's on me.
Yesterday, aka our last stream, aka 2 days ago.
Days don't exist if we're not on stream.
Yeah, and Jeff just hasn't had all the Pellegrino he usually has by today, so he's not really himself.
I'm just not myself when I'm thirsty.
Yeah, so, I like this card. It's a 4-drop, 3/4. Nothing special.
Nothing special.
It's a mid-tier Dino Boy.
Decent body, but that flavor text, if you come across a raptor in the city, stay perfectly still. At least then you'll be well rested when you die. We read that flavor text before, but I love it. You can't avoid reading it again.
Throw a little snark in there.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a Moment of Triumph, which we saw a bunch of yesterday.
Yeah, we did. And this has essentially a companion card. I can't remember what it's called. It's Moment of something else. But basically, it's -2/-2 to a creature this turn, and you gain 2 life. So very similar, but Moment of Triumph. Solid for a Vampires deck. You want anything that's going to give you life gain if you're going for that synergy, because there are a lot of life-based abilities.
Next up, Recover. So there's 2. You pay basically 3 mana. You get a target creature from your graveyard back to your hand, and you get to get a draw. So 3 mana, you pretty much bring back a creature to your hand, draw a card.
Yeah. It's okay. If you have a creature you're really concerned with getting back from your graveyard, it's going to help you out.
Yeah.
Plus that card draw might help you out, but it's not something I'm looking to get in right away. But it could be interesting.
Next up, Plummet. So 2-drop for removal, but very limited use cases. It destroy target creature with flying. So if you're going up against someone that has a lot of flying creatures, kind of like it's kind of fatal push removal right here, right?
Yeah.
Costs like so it's kind of nice, but
Very situational.
it's very
that's the problem.
situational. Yeah.
But for 2 to deal with the pesky flyer, definitely something worth sideboarding.
Absolutely.
If your opponent is coming at you with a lot of flyers.
Next up, a card Jeff actually had in his deck, so we'll show real quick. Mutiny. Not much to say
Not
there.
much more to say there.
After that, Shatter. I think this is
We
also
also-
what you had in your first deck.
This-
Mutiny and a Shatter.
I had like 2 shatters and 2 mutinies, which is pretty upsetting because I'm really not a huge fan. Mutiny is like a little bit better, but Shatter I think is pretty much garbage. Unless your opponent has an artifact that's really killing you, so again, it's just a sideboard wall card. But not something I'm looking to play.
Next up, Gleaming Barrier. Kind of just a nice defender.
Well, yeah, we saw this yesterday.
Yeah, we saw
2-drop 0/4, which is pretty solid, but it does have the ability to create a creature or a treasure token when it dies. So, and it's probably not going to die for a while. For 2-drop, you're
Yeah.
blocking some bigger
Yeah,
creatures.
just given it generates a treasure token, which can be converted to a mana.
Its effective mana cost at death is 1.
Is one. And
Yeah.
there are those who believe that effective mana cost is a synonym for losing the game. Obviously, I don't fault those people for being incorrect,
But I strongly disagree.
But I
with their
strongly
opinion.
disagree with them. Opinions are opinions, but mine are usually 100% correct, and others people are usually, closer to 0% correct. So, next up is
I like this card.
I like
a
this
lot,
card a lot.
and I lost to it a bunch yesterday. It's Exultant Sky Marcher, so it's a 3-drop 2/3 flyer, which is great. 2 of those are planes, so you have to have 2 of the same mana, but that's not a huge deal generally when you're going with vampires. There's not much to say. It's a pretty straightforward, great card.
Shout out to Panda Soshi who wants me to sign their mouse pad. I'll sign mouse pads.
Yeah, you should sign that mouse.
Yeah, I'll sign that mouse pad. Don't go sell it on eBay because it's probably gonna be worth like $1 trillion. But yeah, always down.
I do want to read this flavor text. We've come at last to this holiest of holy places. What was stolen from us long ago is ours once again. Beautiful flavor
Beautiful
text there.
card.
Beautiful art.
Beautiful
Great colors
flavor text.
there. I love it.
I love it. Next up, we have Cleansing Ray.
Cleansing Ray. So this one we haven't. Have we seen this?
I don't think we've seen it.
So-
The art looks familiar, but there might be beams of light stabbing other things in the
Yeah,
art.
that's true.
So seems like a good way to kill something.
Yeah, so Cleansing Ray, you can choose one of these: destroy target vampire or destroy target enchantment. So it is pretty situational again. But if your opponent is running with a decent number of enchantments that are kind of locking up your creature, locking up the board, doing things to help them out, maybe you want to play this if those things are really painful cards to deal with. The other thing is if they're running a vampire deck, this is cheap removal for their vampires, which I think is important as well. Nick Heavy is messing with our card cam a little bit,
Yeah,
so
Oh,
it,
sorry.
it might come in and out
Yeah,
here.
don't sweat it. Don't freak
Don't
out.
sweat it.
Everything's okay.
Yeah.
We're just kind of working through some technical issues, of which we've got plenty. So
Yeah.
if you came to this stream
Yeah.
for technical
I'm
issues,
very confused by everyone walking to the left as opposed to the right when coming through here, and then
yeah, just give you. There is nothing going on there, right?
there's nothing
but,
going on.
But
Right?
we're here on the left, Jeff. So
Maybe
obviously,
there's a clear attraction to us here on the left hand side of the kitchen at Twitch here today.
It's naturally. So
Dude, I'm excited here. So we're here for our first set of uncommons.
of uncommons,
So
yeah.
let's get
you
into
know,
it.
commons are common, uncommons less common. So you're not going to see
So-
these as often. So they're really exciting to see.
Yeah.
Um,
So our first uncommon is Blazing Hope. It's at instant speed, which is always great. Exile target creature with power greater than or equal to your life total. So this card itself, not always great. It's going to be very hard to use this early game where you want to be able to use a 1-drop removal spell. Your opponent's not going to be able to get anything out with 20 life. So this is really only to help you out towards the end of the game when you're dealing with some bigger creatures and a smaller life total. So in that case, it may save you because your opponent gets a huge creature and you can kill it because next turn it's going to swing and kill you. This is a situational card though, so this might be one that you draw first in your first hand, your opening hand, and you have to hang on to it for a long time. So There are some drawbacks to this, but it can be a lifesaver card at the end of the game. For me, I'm probably not going to work this in.
It's a pass.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're setting up to use this card, it's really not enough to kind of like turn the tide, right? It might like buy you some time, but at the point like okay, you have 10 life and Galta's out. Well, they'll probably just bring Galta back the next turn. You know, it's like you're kind of SOL at this point.
Yeah. I think you're struggling when you're getting that card out. But who knows? It might save you. It might buy time to get a bigger creature out. But probably you want to spend that 1 mana on something to help you get that bigger creature out. I don't know. Not my cup of tea necessarily, but possibly playable. Next up, we have Pirate's Pillage, which I don't think we saw yesterday either, did we? Or the day before.
I don't think so.
So yeah, Pirate's Pillage is a 4-drop as an additional cost to cast Pirate's Pillage, discard a card, but you draw 2 cards and create 2 colorless treasure artifact tokens. So essentially, the effective mana cost of this is 2 because
nice.
you do get those treasure tokens.
Dude,
back.
great math.
But you do have to discard a card, which could be painful. Maybe not. Maybe you're just discarding land because you're getting those treasure tokens anyway.
And discarding a card is very variadic, you know, mana cost depending on the type of player or the type of deck you have.
The thing is, though, too, you're drawing 2 cards, so the discard isn't that big of a deal.
Sure, yeah. So you know, you're thinking 2 minus 1 comes out to about 1 there.
You know, this actually brings me to a thought. I feel like this card would be slightly better if it had raid on there, where you don't have to discard the card if you attack with the creature this turn.
Yeah.
That would be my my sole improvement to this card, but it is doing a lot already, so
yeah.
You know what? I like it. I'll play it just because I want that card draw and that treasure probably to help me mana fix a little bit, or help me ramp into something bigger next turn.
Right.
Who knows? Plus, those artifacts actually do help towards City's Blessing because they are permanents.
Right.
Maybe that's why you're trying to get this treasure.
Maybe, yeah.
And then the final card.
What a great card.
I think this is a great card.
I love this card.
We had a bit of a back and forth on this card last stream. It's Crested Herd Caller. I personally think this card was great.
Great card.
Mark agrees. Guess Eric, not so much, but that's
so
okay. Everyone's allowed to have their opinion in the Magic community, and we will respect that thoroughly.
Absolutely, 100% respectful.
5-drop, 3/3 body with trample. That creates another 3/3 body with trample. So kind of like a Regisaur Junior, but it doesn't give haste to other dinosaurs. So that's obviously Regisaur is a rare card, so you expect to have a little bit more. So, but still, I think a great card. And if you're doing a ramp dinos deck, if you have any of the cards that make dinos cheaper, that obviously helps with this. It's possible that you could get this out in turn 4 instead of turn 5, or maybe even sooner in the right circumstance.
Now for my uncommons. First up, we have Zokan Seer. Pretty cool dude. He's a great mana fix.
The Atsukan Seer.
You know, you can tap him, to add 1 mana of any color to your pool. Great if you just want to not even use him to, you can use him maybe as a defender, and then just on your phase, just kind of on your turn, just tap him, get that mana.
Yeah, so let's actually talk about this real quick. That card directly pairs with Crested Herd Caller, which we saw from my pack. You cast Atsukan Seer on turn 3, and then turn 4 you're actually able to play Crested Herd Caller. So a turn ahead of schedule, because you can add that 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. The nice thing too is that this guy plays well under the synergies of dinosaurs because you can sacrifice it and return target dinosaur from your graveyard to your hand. So if your big dino just got destroyed, you sacrifice this guy, and boom, you've got your dino back ready to play him either that turn or the next.
Yeah, now imagine playing that card, Jeff, sacrificing him. Now you have 4 3/3 dinos with trample. You tell me that card's not good. I just don't know. Next up, just a kind of a not too much to talk about land that comes in, dual lands.
One of the dual lands that got introduced to set. The nice thing is that they're uncommon. Gavin, you want to
open it back? Okay.
I think it's not working because you're on Mac.
Okay.
There's different settings.
Turn the laptop.
You want to turn the laptop a bit so we can see?
Sorry, we have to consult with
our technical support.
Technical support
is just
here.
leaving the office. Goodbye, technical support.
Goodbye, technical support. Thank you, Nick, Kevi. What a great guy.
Follow us on Twitch.
Follow us on Twitch, Nikkevi. So yeah, one of the nice things here is that the dual colored lands in this set, as opposed to Ixalan, is that they are uncommons. The bad part is that they don't necessarily play great into the synergies. Blue-red isn't really a synergy we saw. It is a Pirates based synergy, so that is one thing that might be nice. The other thing is that all these uncommon cards come into the battlefield tapped, so you can't use them right away. So that is kind of what gives them these drawbacks. But this does give you the ability to play some interesting blue-red combinations and really play around a little bit more with those cards. Speaking of blue-red combinations,
Pretty excited about that card.
Storm Fleet Sprinter. So it's a 3-drop 2/2 with haste, and it can't be blocked. So, guess what? You open this pack, especially in a draft, you're wishing you could pair those cards, but you can't.
Yeah.
Upsetting.
You're
but
hoping
in
that
this,
you're hoping that
in
that
the sealed
land
format,
It's
boom,
great.
these guys are a match made in heaven. I actually really like Stormfleet Sprinter. That's a cool card.
Yeah,
I'm a
really
fan.
cool looking. Yeah.
Can't be blocked. 2/2 with haste, so it comes out on turn 3, deals 2 damage right away. It
Boom.
keeps on dealing 2 damage. All right, and then for our
Please.
rare cards. Ooh, okay. All right, so we have a dual-sided card. Path of Metal. When Path of Metal enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each creature that doesn't have First Strike, Double Strike, Vigilance, or Haste. So pretty much anything without some sort of ability. Whenever you attack with at least 2 creatures that have First Strike, Double Strike, Vigilance, or Haste, transform Path of Metal. So if you have hasty pirates, like we just saw, or any other hasty creatures, anything with abilities, attack with a couple, this thing transforms, and it transforms into add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. You can pay 2, including 1 mountain, tap this thing, and it deals 2 damage to each opponent, or you can pay 2 plus a plains, tap it, and choose a creature at random that attacked this turn, destroy that creature. I don't know how you choose the creature at random. That's kind of
Maybe roll a die, 0,
yeah, assign numbers, roll a die.
Yeah.
However you want to do it. But interesting card. It does play into removal, but the thing is, you do have to build around creatures with one of those abilities to be able to do that. There are enchantments though that do give creatures abilities, so maybe you're trying to kind of play into this card. Nikkevi left is Coke Zero up
I
here.
see it.
I'm staring
I'm
right
thinking
at
of applying my lips to it to drink some, but I'm not really into soda. I'm more of a Pellegrino guy.
So for my rare, it's not. I don't think it's a bomb rare, but it is a nice potential play around rare card if you have the right creature cards to support it.
Yeah, so my rare boy is Tenali's Summoner.
Very exciting. So it's a 2-drop 1/1 with Ascend. Whenever Tenali Summoner attacks, you may pay X and the mountain. If you do, create X 1/1 red elemental creature tokens that are tapped and attacking. At the beginning of the next end step, exile those tokens unless you have City's Blessing. So the nice thing about this card is it's an early play, solid 2-drop, right? You create all of these 1/1 tokens, and they help you towards getting Ascension, because they create permanents for you. And so, even if you can't get there, it still creates them. This is one of the Ascension abilities I do like, because it's an ability that happens. There's just some extra flavor on top if you do have the City's Blessing. So this card isn't useless without it. It's actually still a great card with it, but then it becomes even better without it, or with it, because those ones can stay around. But dude, I'm excited about this card. This is a nice card.
Does it make up for not having a
Does it play
pre-release
into-
promo?
The one downside of this is it doesn't actually play in any of the tribes. It's not pirate. It's not
Human.
You know, it's a human shaman.
What's a human?
So that is the one downside. Do you want to hype mat that?
Yeah, I think
All
I'm
right,
gonna hype mat it.
We're gonna hype mat that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hype mat my double-sided
I think
double-sided card as well, Path of Metal. But overall, decent first packs here.
So Wumpkins with the amazing card alert. Thank you, Wumpkins.
Yeah.
Sorry, Devil Magic. Maybe I'm gonna check what mic we're using, but I think we're using hopefully the mic.
We're using the camera mix.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe we can use the one
Yeah, sorry, we are broadcasting from a more public area today. There is some background noise, so if you can't hear us quite that well, our apologies.
Oh wait, no, we're using the default one, so maybe try now,
So
Jeff.
let's see. Is that a little bit better for you guys? We rate Tenali Summoner pretty well. We like it. It's a cheap play. It helps you get to the City's Blessing. Sorry, this is an answer for MLX. And then when it gets there, you get to keep those 1/1 tokens. But in the meantime, it basically attacks as a much bigger creature because you're basically going to want to activate that ability any turn you can. So I actually really like that card. I think it's a pretty top tier rare card.
Yeah. What do you think, Alex? You seem like a upstart, like just kind of starting out in the game. You don't have much knowledge about Magic yet. Like you're just looking at that card. Like,
so Devil said his volume was on the lowest setting. It's okay.
It's okay.
We actually changed to a better microphone, I think. Anyway, so you helped us out, and we're glad you can hear us now.
If you could just give us a follow for the stress, minor stress you caused my heart. We wouldn't be mad. So
MLX is out.
He's out, so he doesn't have the knowledge to kind of answer that question. I'm sorry, we didn't need to call out one of our viewers.
Wait. What? MLX, why are you laughing? You don't agree with our assessment that that is a good card?
Yeah, no, I think he just I think when I said, even though you don't have that much knowledge, can you just give us your assessment still? I think he's like, hey, it's kind of a little too much pressure for me.
Yeah.
I'm in a big stream. There's a lot of people watching.
Cracks under pressure. That's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. We still love you. We hope one day you'll join us on the show.
I'm gonna keep my comments, uncommons, and rares kind of
okay
piles like this. So
that's a
we
cool
can maybe
idea.
revisit them.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right. So on to pack number
2.
two. Yeah, we're excited.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Are we gonna match arts?
I think we might have screwed it up.
Dude, let's match arts. We're pretty close.
What was your
I know
first
we
one?
got it, dude. We got it.
Well, we got it.
What was your first one? What was the art on your
It was
first one?
an anger app.
No, I didn't have to.
You came in with a
But yeah, from here on out, we're gonna open same
Yeah.
art on packs. So no, you're holding on one.
Oh crap.
So we're gonna open these vampire packs next time.
Vampires. This is hungry white guy.
Hungry white boy.
Angry pale white guy.
Angry pale white guy.
So 3
Alright,
cards.
so we're gonna avoid the. Oh crap! Did I screw it up?
No, don't.
Oh crap! I screwed up.
Oh no.
No, dude, it wasn't set up the right way. Oh no, I know
Jeff.
it's happening. I know what I got already. I'm excited about it as the rare card, but
Oh man.
we're not going to visit it right now. We're trying to avoid looking at the rare cards in each of the packs so that we don't know what's coming.
I want to look so bad.
Mark wants to look so bad. He was peeking last stream all the time. But anyways, I'm not going to show you guys what card I have, but I will say it is finally a bomb card.
Finally,
for me.
the bomb he deserves.
So anyways, let's get into these common cards real quick. Fanatical Firebrand, hasty 1-drop, 1/1. You can sacrifice it and it deals 1 damage to target creature or player. A solid 1-drop because it can take something out just by sacrificing itself if you need to take out like a 2/1 flyer that your opponent just throw on the board. So I actually really like this card as an aggressive early game card in red decks. Next up, Suncrested Pterodon. So a 5-drop, 2/5 body with flying. Suncrested Pterodon has vigilance as long as you control another dinosaur. So if you're playing a dinosaur deck, that vigilance is nice. It's not hitting for a lot, but it is getting through, and it can block bigger flyers. So for the 5, I think it might be a little bit expensive, but once you get that vigilance in, I think it's a solid support card in a Dino's deck. Next up, reprint from Ixalan, Sailor of Means. I actually just worked this into my deck that I built from. I'm not a huge Sailor of Means fan, but it does help you out in doing some mana fixing. It is a nice blocker body. It does help kind of slow down your opponent. Mark, I think you're playing 3 of them in your deck.
Yeah, my deck. I didn't build it.
It helps you get to the big boys, which
Yeah,
I like.
I had MTGO Semi-Pro Wumpkins build my deck, so it's a winner. I don't even need to play it. I can destroy anyone.
It's true. Mentally, I'm already destroyed by it.
Yeah. So, thanks. MLX was thinking of challenging me, but then once he knew that Wumpkins built my deck, he's just like, I'm Lamau, I'm out, is what he said. Lamau, I'm out.
LMAO.
LMAO, I'm out. I'm
Lamau.
out. So, power to you, man.
Next up, a card I really like. It's essentially Savage Stomp, but more expensive. Hunt the Weak. Add a 1/1 counter to target creature, and then that creature fights another creature. Solid Enrage trigger if you have Enraged Dinos. You throw this guy on one of your Enraged Dinos, and then they fight. rage triggers, and you get some extra benefit there. That's pretty cool. It is a little bit more expensive, again, than Savage Taunt, but it is a common as opposed to uncommon. It doesn't have the Dino synergy in making it cheaper, though, as well. So, still a card I really like to play in a deck if I can find space for it. A card we saw last stream, Vampire Revenant, 4-drop, 3/1 flyer. I think a little weak. I'd like to see this as a 3/2, but maybe still playable for you if you need some help with another vampire. Squire's Devotion, we have as a common 3-drop Enchant Creature. Enchanted Creature is 1/1 and has lifelink. So if you're playing a Vampires deck where you need lifelink, or if you just want to throw in some life gain, maybe on a dinosaur that you have, Squire's Devotion comes in and helps you out with that. When it enters the battlefield, it also creates a 1/1 white vampire token with lifelink, so it really does help you out with those vampire synergies. I like this card in a vampire deck. I think it's a solid enchantment. Next up, we have a 5-drop, 4/4 body, Overgrown Armosaur. It has an enraged trigger, though. When it's dealt damage, you create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token. So this is kind of nice. It helps you go wide on the board, maybe working towards Ascension if you have cards that are relying on Ascension, because it is creating those little permanent guys. If you can trigger this, maybe with the Forerunner 4 dinos, that's even better. Next up, we have a 2-drop, Tuanali's Crown.
I love this card.
We saw this yesterday. Mark loves this
I love
card.
this card.
I
One of
guess
my
Eric
favorites.
disagreed, but again, we're okay with that
We're okay with
because
that.
everyone has their opinion. Mark loves this card. I think it's beautiful because the horns. I
Love
think
horns.
if you get a foil Tuanali's Crown,
Yeah.
Mark would forever be in your debt.
I
If
will.
you get it in his
I will go to crazy lengths, crazy trades for that foil shiny Tenali's Crown.
But yeah, Enchanted Creature, when it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to Enchanted Creature. So again, another Enrage trigger, which is great. Think about pairing it with Overgrown Armosaur, which we just saw, and boom, you have a 1/1 body beside it. And then the Enchanted Creature gets +3/+0 and has Trample. So now that Overgrown Armosaur will be a 7/4 body with Trample, and it's going to get some damage through. This is a crash through your opponent card. I like it, especially if you're targeting an enraged dino that are generally going to be big enough to handle the one and give you some benefit on top of just getting an enhanced creature. 2 more common cards, and then we'll get to Mark's common cards. Grasping Scoundrel, a 1-drop, 1/1, and it gets a +1/+0 as long as it's attacking. I like these creatures that get a little bit extra as they're attacking. There's a pirate that gets flying as long as it's attacking. I'm liking this mechanic. You get a cheap creature out. It can kind of chump block something, potentially, but it's also useful on attack because it deals 2 instead of 1. So really kind of trying to push you into attacking your opponent. And then again, when we saw the last pack, Exalted Sky Marcher, we don't really need to talk about it, but a 3/1/2/3 flyer is always a good thing.
So now for me, we have a Sun-Collared Raptor. I really like how he's chasing that toad. 2-drop, 1/2, trample. You can pay 3, get him +3/+0. It's a cool card.
And the big thing there is that you're going to want to pay that later on in the game. So early game, it's nice because you have board presence. Then later on in the game, you're going to pay that and use it to get trampled through on your opponent. You can pay that when your opponent decides to block you or not block you as well. So you can kind of decide after blocking is declared. But let's get into this flavor text, Mark.
Missed it. From our very
with
own
Tuanali's
Poppy.
gifts, even the smallest of us can become great. So
Wow.
it plays into that ability of like, okay, I'm a small guy, but boom, maybe I get paid up and I become a bigger
Yeah.
guy.
So I think that's the lesson I really want our viewer and blacks to take away is like you're small now.
But you could become big.
It could become big.
Yeah.
We have Sun Collared. Now we have Sun Crested Pterodon.
Ooh.
Flying, 5-drop, 2/5.
The second one of these today. I'm into it.
Yeah,
I like it.
so-
It's all good. I don't think we didn't read the flavor text
Yeah,
last
let's read
time.
it.
So let's make sure we want to give credit to these flavor texts because sometimes the flavor texts are amazing.
Yeah.
And we personally judge cards not only on their ability, on how good we think they are, but
In the
also
game.
how good the flavor text really
Yeah,
is.
just the art, how well the art synergizes with the flavor text, with the title. you show me the art to a card that I've never seen ever in my life, and I will tell you the name of that card. I will tell you how much it costs. I will tell you its abilities. And in some rare cases, when I'm really feeling the art, I can even tell you the flavor text.
Cool.
So
Right.
art is really, really powerful. It cannot be. I can't overstate it.
So pterodons tolerate no intrusion into their skies. Even the clouds must ask permission.
Wow.
So I think that kind of plays into the type of body that this pterodon is. It's more of a defender than an attacker because it's that 2/5 body. So again, that does play into the type of creature we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Switching out of dinos, we have a River Darter. Just a 3-drop. Can't be blocked by dinos. A little pizzazz.
Yeah,
Spice it up.
little dino hate.
Yeah, 2/3. So it's kind of better at blocking than attacking. But cool card.
But it also gets through against a dino-heavy deck most of the time, so it's kind of nice.
Next up, I think we saw this one already. Maybe Goblin Trailblazer.
I think we
2-drop.
have.
Menace 2/1.
Yeah, 2/1 with Menace is nice to
Jeez.
get out early because
Yeah.
odds are your opponent doesn't have 2 creatures, or they may have 2 creatures, I guess, at turn 3 to be able to block this thing, but, still. And let's read that flavor text as well. Why are we following the goblin? Can he even read that map?
Wow.
Ooh. So
Wow.
he's holding the map.
They are questioning his knowledge.
And
which
he is trailblazing.
I would never do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He might not be going to the right place because he's trailblazing. But why not be a trailblazer is the question.
So Daphne Vale of the Dire Lord, first mate on the Dire Lord, may be a little racist against goblins.
Yeah,
I don't know.
specious, whatever. We saw a moment of triumph. Here's a moment of craving.
Yeah, so this is the other moment.
Into the yang.
Yeah, so Moment of Triumph adds 1/1 and gives you 2 life. This takes away, it gives you 2/2 till end of turn. This takes away 2/2 until end of turn. Also gives you 2 life. 1 more mana cost here, but it's because it's essentially a removal card. You're playing this as a removal card.
After that, Aggressive Urge. 2-drop.
Yeah, we saw this as well. Target creature gets 1/1 until end of turn. Draw a card. So pretty straightforward there.
Now a reprint. Colossal Dreadmaw.
The Dreadmaw, 6/6 Trampler is always nice. 4/6, you're maybe getting trampled for free in that case, but I just feel like we should have a different dino in place of Colossal Dreadmaw. I don't think we needed to reprint
So
it.
we got DJ Chronic.
DJ Chronic, oh hey.
Hey. Good to see you. Wish you were here to come on the stream, but wherever you are, we hope you're enjoying whatever you're doing. We know you're probably not as excited as you would if you were here.
It's true.
Gentlemen, gentleman, gentlemans. But you're sorry. The audio's a little bad, but we're doing our best.
Yeah, we're streaming from a public area. It's a little hard to get the audio where we want it. We do apologize there.
Yeah, we are in the kitchen, in case you're wondering.
Yep.
There were some dudes just playing Smash Bros in the 6th-floor game room.
Yeah.
And they were wearing suits.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, suits for Smash Bros. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on a plane?
He's on a plane. Wow, this is amazing. This is, I think, the first time in history.
Dude, this is the first time we've been viewed on a plane. This is amazing.
Yeah, and
dude.
I think the first time in history that a Twitch stream has been viewed from a plane.
Yeah, we're not in we're in the Twitch Mile High Club. Is that how that works?
Yeah, we're in the Twitch Mile High Club.
Yeah. It's a little bit different than the standard Mile High Club.
It's definitely
the club.
better club to be in.
Yeah, it's less illegal to get into this club.
Oh yeah, but way better. Right?
Potentially more exclusive.
More exclusive, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So thanks for joining the club with us.
Thank you for making our dreams come true.
Yeah, dreams acquired.
All right. So, anyways, back to the cards. Sorry, guys. We just got really excited.
Yeah,
about that.
I'm a big DJ Chronic fanboy. Can't lie, won't lie.
Yeah. You know what? We miss you, bud. Next up, we have Dark Inquiry. It's 3-drop. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. So there are a lot of cards that actually cause your opponent to reveal something from their hand to not pay up mana cost. If you have this in your hand and you know that you're targeting a good card that your opponent has, this is great. Cases where you use this and then your opponent has nothing for you to discard is kind of disappointing, but what can you do? I think this is a decent sideboard play to me if you know your opponent is starting to reveal cards to essentially get casting cost down or activate abilities. Let's talk about this flavor text. Your mind is no longer yours to waste. So basically, you've lost control of the cards in your hand because your opponent now says, well, you get to keep them when you don't. Again, another really solid flavor text.
Next up, Soul of the Rapids. Costly, 5 mana, flying, but it's hexproof, 3/2. So,
I like the abilities personally. I think this is a solid card. Not necessarily something I'm super stoked about, but if I need to work it in as a flyer, I'm into it, and it's hard to interact with because of that hexproof.
And now another actually pretty good common card, Martyr of Dust, 2-drop, 2/1, and when it dies, it creates a 1/1 vampire token with lifelink. So it's pretty cheap for 2/1, and then you get a 1/1. That guy's our number one walk behind this person. Love him to death. Our number one fan.
Listen, he can't get his own fame, so he needs to try to take ours.
Yeah, and
it's okay. We're more than willing to
we share
to help out.
We believe in sharing. It's part of being a gentleman.
Yeah, man. All right,
Let's do these uncommons.
All right, first up, we have a white dino 5-drop Imperial Ceratops. So it's a 3/5 body, but then it has enrage. Whenever it's dealt damage, you gain 2 life. So it plays in a life gain that the vampires actually have. So this is actually a potential play inside of a vampire synergy deck to help give you life gain, to help fuel some of those vampire-related abilities. Life gain in general, though, is pretty solid. This also kind of displays as a blocker, because that butt is a lot bigger than the
Big
front.
butt.
Big butt boy. And so, you're going to try to get this enrage to get triggered as often as possible, and your opponent might think twice about giving you free life if they only have smaller creatures on the board. And plus, if they have smaller creatures on the board, 3 is enough to kill a lot of things. Set. It's a pretty solid card. Not great. Not like a pick one I'm really looking at, but a solid card on the whole. This next one is actually a very great synergy card. Merfolk Mistbinder. It's a 2-drop, 1 island, 1 forest, and other merfolk you control get +1/+1. This is the type of merfolk synergy I'm looking for in a deck. This is a build-around merfolk. If you open a pack that doesn't have a great rare, this is the card. This is the type of card you want to look for and start trying to build around. The signals will be very clear early on, I think, in draft formats especially, because if you aren't getting any of those nice merfolk from your opponents, then someone upstream from you is doing.
But in that case, you just hate draft that card. Now it's like, well, now you're.
Well, in this case, I'm pack one pick oneing it and hoping that merfolk come around, and then if they don't, it's probably an easy pivot away. But I'm hoping that I can kind of play in merfolk or force merfolk if I see this card and I don't have a good rare to go to the pack. So far for my pack, this is an easy pick one. Last up, we have a 5-drop 4/4 dino. Charging Tuscadon. It has Trample, and if Charging Tuscadon would deal combat damage to a player, it deals double that damage to that player instead. So a lot of incentive for your opponent to block this and to fully block this creature. Because essentially is what this means is that any of that trample damage that gets over a smaller chunk blocking creature doubles.
Times 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a nuance to this card that I think actually makes this really strong. For me, this is actually a coin flip because it's a little bit more straightforward card to play. It's on single color. I might actually move to this as my first pick from this pack. It would be a little bit of a debate in my mind, depending on what rare I get. So we'll have to see there. But 2 solid cards right here.
Now for my uncommons, we have Foreigner of the Heralds, which is kind of the Merfolk Forerunner. So pretty much for 4 mana, just lets you go fish out the merfolk from your deck that you want, and then anytime you bring merfolk on the field, it's +1/+1. So, pretty good card in the merfolk deck.
Yeah, the hope here I think is that this guy gets buffed up very, very quickly. For instance, like if I took that merfolk Mindbinder in my first pick from my last pack, and then that next one, the Forerunner, gets passed along to me. I'm actually very excited about that because they play very well together, and adding those 1/1 counters to something. So yeah, really, I think an exciting play.
Next up, we've seen this card already, Crested Herd Color. I don't think we need to say anything about that card.
Solid card,
Solid
happy,
card.
easy pick there in the
And
pack right
I don't
now.
think we've seen this card.
Banished Paladin. No, we have
Paladin?
a great 2-drop.
2-drop, 3/3, doesn't untap during your untap step.
But whenever you gain life, it does untap. So the interesting part here is that you could play your hands right where you actually attack with this thing, play a life gain, and then it's ready to defend for you as well. When you're playing a vampire deck, you're looking for a lot of life gain, a lot of life linkers. So the hope is that maybe even you attack with this guy with some sort of enchantment that gives it life link, and so every time you attack with it and it's dealt damage, you can get that. So
Great card.
yeah, I actually really like that card. It's a solid 2-drop in the set. I'm looking for vampire synergies there all the way.
I'm a fan.
All
Alright,
right, let's get to our rare boys. I already saw what I got. It is an absolute bomb. This is going in the hyphy mat right after we
Wow.
show it to you.
Wow.
It is Trap Jaw Tyrant.
Wow.
Potentially, the best or second best card in the set, depending on what you read. But this is a very, very, very good mythic rare card. It's a 5-drop. 2 of those are planes, and it's enraged. Whenever it's dealt damage, you exile a creature your opponent controls, and they stay exiled until this card leaves the battlefield. So as long as you can keep this thing on the battlefield, you trap all your opponent's creatures in the jaw of this creature. I love it. Let's read that flavor text. I would advise you not to struggle. Watley said that if a planeswalker is in the flavor text, you know you have a serious
You have a
card.
serious card.
This is a serious card.
Wow,
This is a bomb
she's in the
card.
flavor text.
I'm
She's
incredibly
on the box.
excited about this. Finally, my
Finally.
first bomb.
Finally.
We're
For
gonna
me,
hyphy mat that.
I'm
We
actually,
have to protect it.
I'm only 1.5 pre-release packs, but I almost have a complete playset of this card. The Warkite Marauder.
Oh my god.
That is my third one.
Third Warkite
Third
Marauder from just 2 pre-release
Two
boxes.
pre-release.
It's actually 4 between us. So
Yes.
we've opened 4
We've opened
pre-release
4.
boxes. He got 2 in his last one. I got 1 in mine. We have 4 of these cards now.
Yeah.
Mark, guess what? Guess who has a blue-black pirate
This
deck?
guy.
This guy.
This
Guess
guy.
who's gonna have 4 of these cards as soon as we're done actually
This guy.
gentlemen's drafting
Yeah.
these cards? This guy.
Yeah.
Guess who has a great deck now?
Yeah.
This guy.
Thank you, Jeff.
I love that card.
No better way to put it than that.
I love that card. I think it's a great
Whoa.
card. For those of you who didn't see it, by the way, basically what that does is when it attacks, it's got flying, and when it attacks, it turns one of your opponent's creatures into a 0/1 token, which makes it something you don't want to block with. Look at that beautiful hyphy.
Yeah,
mat.
DJ Chronic saying hyphy mat time. He is right.
Oh, boy.
We are putting that in the hyphy mat. That card is protected for all time. Nuclear bombs, flooding, fires, nothing can get
The great
through
part
to
about this are the potential combos. So once you turn your opponent's creature into something much smaller, then they're open to being removed at a much easier
Yeah.
rate. So if you have something that can just deal like 1 or 2 or 3 damage on like a 6/6 or a 5/5 body, this thing helps you remove that card, which I think is great. Hyphy mat. So
I'm so hyphy.
I think for us, our easy pack 1 picks one were our rare or
Oh,
our
it's the
mythic
bomb- it's the
cards.
bombs,
It's easy.
yeah.
It's the bombs. There we
It's
go.
the
What are we
bombs.
opening? We're opening.
Angorath.
All right. That's it. On to pack 4.
So Jeff, try not to look at your rare this time.
Yeah. All right. So just the last 3. 1, 2,
Don't be a bad
3.
boy.
Okay. We're good.
Okay.
Oh crap! I think I got an extra card in there because
Uh-oh.
my rare was also in the back,
Uh,
even though
my
I got rid of
God.
3.
my God, Jeff.
So we have a shiny in here. We know we have a shiny then.
Oh my
Oh
God.
boy! All right. So let's
Interesting.
all right. So let's see here. We have. Do you have a shiny too?
No, I don't.
I thought I saw some shiny. It's the lighting. It's the lighting. Anyways, we have a Sanguine Glorifier. We already saw this 4-drop, 3/3. But it puts a 1/1 counter on another vampire you control. So essentially, giving you 4/4 to the board. Great vampire synergy card. Sea Legs, which we saw last time out, basically can either give a pirate more defense or a creature less attack. Decent. It's flash, so you can get it out early. Maybe it saves one of your creatures from being destroyed, and then you kill that creature. So some options there. Not a great card, but something playable in a blue deck if you need it. Suncaller Raptor, which you already saw, which also has fantastic flavor text, by the way. Legion Mimador, I mean, Conquistador, which we saw back at Ixalan. No reason to really go over this card. They reprinted to kind of keep that synergy together. Again, I'm not a huge fan of the reprints, but this is the one card that I do understand why they did it. Dusk Charger, which we saw last time out, so it's a 3/3 body 4/4. Not great, but it turns into a 5/5 if you do Ascend and have the City's Blessing, which could happen. It turns it from a mana card to a solid card.
Yeah, and that's really what Ascending's about. You know, when Goku is on Planet Namek, he's fighting Frieza. He's down and out. Frieza, spoiler alert, kills Krillin. Goku's like, I've had enough of this. He ascends. He goes Super Saiyan. You know, when they're up against Cell, Cell's kicking everyone's ass. Goku's like, Gohan, now you need to ascend past Ascension. He goes Super Saiyan 2. He kicks Cell's ass. Then, you know, Majin Buu comes around, or Fat Buu technically, and they're like, no one can beat this guy. Goku's like, I gotta go even further beyond. He ascends 3 times, Super Saiyan 3.
Over 9,000.
Over 9,000. So ascending for time immemorial has been clutch. And in Dragon Ball Z, now in Magic. So really great to see that mechanic finally being introduced in Magic.
Oh yeah. I mean, they finally took a page out of a fantastic series book.
Exactly. Yeah. So happy.
Next up, we have Traveler's Amulet. So it's a 1-drop, and then you can pay 1 and sacrifice it to go and find a land in your library. This is a useful card if you're splashing for something that you see in your hand. So if you want to splash for a big card, this is something you maybe want to work in to make sure that your mana fixes don't necessarily taint your mana pool too much. Use this guy, and it'll help you out in mana fixing however you can. Not great, but something that is a big help in a lot of circumstances in this set. Next up, we have a solid 2-drop, 2/1, Martyr of the Dusk, and when it dies, you create a 1/1 vampire creature. Ooh, excuse me. The San Pellegrinos.
Okay?
The San Pellegrinos. I think I need a little bit
A
more.
little more, yeah. No. Whenever I'm sick, I always just pound some San Pellegrino, get that vitamin C, get the vitamin D.
Wakes you right up, gets you back on your
Gets
feet.
you right back on your feet.
Back to Martyr of Dust, though. Solid in that it's a solid 2-drop, 2/1 body, and then when it dies, it does create another body to help you out with that vampire synergy of Lifelink in that token. Solid card. I'm loving this card. Actually, we've seen some good vampires this time around, and some decent dinos as well.
Good vamp boys.
Let's read that flavor text. Should I fall, take up our standard, and carry on? The Legion must always prevail. So basically putting the Legion of Vampires ahead of oneself
That's a team player
is
right there.
is what the martyr's all about. And that's why it is a martyr, because it's willing to die for the cause. Next up we have Dark Inquiry. We already saw it, so no reason to get in there. And Soul of Rapids, which we also already saw, so really no reason to go into too much detail there. But I have 2 decent cards.
I've got an interesting pack. 7 of these cards I have gotten this in the last 2 boosters. So
interesting.
So we have the Araska Raptor. You've seen that one. We have the Spirewinder. First card I opened. We have Recover. Again, you saw that one. Martyr of Dusk, which we just saw that Jeff got. I got
Solid
that.
card.
Colossal Dreadmaw, the reprint. We got that
Seen
one. Adjuracan Seer. I'm not mad
I do
about
like
that
that card.
getting 2 of those. And then Highland Lake, the dual land, another one of those. So those 7 cards, boom. So those are 7 there. And then the rest of my comments, this card, which is going to infuriate Jeff, is probably the most cowardly move on Wizards' parts. Raptor Companion, a 2-drop, 3/1. It's a great card, given for 2-drop, you get a 3/1. It's hard, little butt though, but couldn't you just give me something a little different? I don't see this as a staple and limited, or like.
I just don't understand. It's so easy. It's so easy to just turn around and say, hey, you know what? We have a 3/1. We have a 3/1 little 2-drop dinosaur guy. Let's make a 2/2 2-drop dinosaur. I don't think there's a 2-drop 2/2 dinosaur. Like, can't we just get that? Or make it 2/1 with like an enrage trigger or something like that. Give us something other than the same exact card. It's so easy to say, hey, we want an equivalent card and make something just different. Plus, we got cheated out of new art. We got cheated out of new flavor text.
Yeah.
It's
Change
incredibly
the flavor
upsetting.
text. Change something, please.
Same thing with Colossal Dreadmaw. Just give me something different.
Gimme.
It could be a similar creature. It could be on the same power level.
Yeah.
It just
Maybe
give us something new.
make it rain outside, or make it
Create
snow.
jobs for your flavor text and art creators. That's
Yeah,
it.
That's it. We're job creators here.
Yeah.
Closing out my comments, we have Luminous Bonds, 3-drop, enchant creature can't attack or block. So, go ahead and enchant your opponent's creature.
Yeah. So this doesn't mean that you can't. You don't limit tap abilities, so they can still tap that creature to trigger tap abilities. But the nice thing is, it's not really interacting with you in attacking or blocking manner, so really binds up your opponent's creature, hence the bonds. Sorry.
Next card, one I think is pretty good. It's a 2-drop, Sworn Guardian. It has a big butt. Doesn't hit hard, but
Orphan Defender, you play into those 1/1 counter synergies though, and then this guy grows, and it becomes a really solid defender. We have some solid flavor text there, Mark. Hold on.
Let me give that to you.
Okay.
For the River Heralds, the Immortal Sun is an object of terror and devastation. We haven't gotten an Immortal Sun card yet, but I feel like one day we'll get one. The idea that anyone would retrieve it for their own use is utterly abhorrent. And this guy, you know what he is? He's utterly abhorrent. So
No, he's not utterly abhorrent. He's trying to. I think he's basically saying the flavor text. He's saying like, I think the Merfolk are like the protectors. They're saying like, hey, you can't use this really powerful thing for your own abilities, and he kind of plays into that.
Yeah.
I could be wrong though. We're not lore experts.
We're not lore experts. We do want to have a lore expert on the show. Yeah, at some point. We've had a few people who are really into the lore. When Rivals was coming out, they were mostly looking forward to the lore update. So, I think we'll try to have some of those on. We'll try to have a Q&A with our active chat, kind of ask lore questions. We'll see if we can get them answered. My last 2 comments: Knight of the Stampede, 4-drop, 2/4. Dinosaur spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. So, yeah.
Solid. This is going to help get out your big boy dinos. So the nice thing here is that the only kind of downside here is that it comes in turn 4. But maybe if you play it right, you get out something that adds mana to your mana pool, and then you can get this out in turn 3 if you play ramp right, and then that helps you ramp into those really big dinos, which we haven't run into yet. Like those 8-drop dinos, they need some help getting out. This is hard to do.
They're a big boy dinos.
Plus a 2/4 body helps kind of stop up your opponent. It's a decent blocker to kind of bide the time to get those big dinos out.
Yeah, you won't feel the pressure to kind of like throw away stuff. My last comment: Negate, 2-drop, just counter a non-creature spell.
I've never seen this card before.
Whatever.
Very, very common print card. So yeah, let's see. Actually, we've already seen this uncommon card, Imperial Ceratops, I believe, in the last pack or the pack before. But solid card. No reason to get into it though. But the next card we have is a new one for today. It's a 2-drop, 1 mountain, 1 plane, Relentless Raptor. It has Vigilance, hence the relentlessness. And Relentless Raptor attacks or blocks each combat if able. So again, that relentless, I'm here, I'm doing stuff for you. As the Battle of Araska unfolded, the contenders discovered that others had already staked a claim. So, pretty exciting flavor text there. Hello, QA partner. Welcome
QA partner,
to the stream.
Welcome to the stream, QA partner.
We are happy to have you in chat. Plus, that 3/3 body on a 2-drop is great with Vigilance. That's an excellent red-white card. Easy first pick for me so far in this pack, despite being on 2 colors, because we also have Dire Fleet Neckbreaker. Attacking pirates you control with +2/+0, so a pirate buff here in red-black. Another very solid card. I love this card as well. I'm having a hard time between this and Relentless Raptor. I think I might go Relentless Raptor just because it's more just like open and playable in general. This is specifically to pirate buff. They're both on 2 colors, but I think Relentless Raptor probably a little bit easier to play. But both incredibly solid cards. The one thing you have to think about this is that this thing actually attacks as a 5/2. So that's one thing to consider, is that the ability does apply to this card as well. It attacks as a 5/2. It's a very, very solid 4-drop pirate that plays into some synergies.
Last uncommon for me is just the Daring Buccaneer. We saw this 2 days ago. It's a 1-drop, 2/2, but if you don't pay 2 mana when you play it, you have to reveal a pirate card from your hand. So one mana for a 2/2 is great, but you kind of either need to pay 2 or have a pirate and reveal it.
The hope is that you can get pirate synergies going and have a lot of pirates in your deck. And on your opening draw, you get this guy and another pirate. You reveal a pirate that you can't play for a turn or 2. So this guy gets out for 1. You have a 2/2 body on the board right away. I really like this as a red uncommon pirate. This is something when I built my black-red pirates deck. Aggro Pirate Boys is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see that rare boy, Jeff.
Oh, whoa. That's the shiny card. Wait, where did my rare go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, man. So, interesting. I haven't seen this card yet. We haven't seen this card yet. Silent Gravestone. It's a 1-drop artifact. Cards in graveyards can't be targets of spells or abilities. You can pay for it, tap Silent Gravestone. Exile Silent Gravestone and all cards from all graveyards draw a card. I'm not a fan.
Not too excited about that card.
This is a.
That's a.
This is. Yeah, it doesn't even get a hype in my opinion.
What was your shiny? Let's see it.
The shiny card, though.
Whoa. That is
a beautiful, shiny, relentless
That is beautiful. Dear God.
Look at that.
Look
Beautiful
at that.
foil.
Look at that.
So I was saying that I'd pick Relentless Raptor as my first pick. False, I'm picking foil Relentless Raptor as my first pick. What a beautiful, beautiful card. Look at how those colors pop, Mark.
Yeah, beautiful.
Oh
Beautiful,
my
beautiful
goodness.
card.
Oh my goodness.
Beautiful
Alright,
card.
that's getting a hype, man.
Yeah, that deserves a hype.
What is
My rare
your
boy? Interesting. I haven't heard of this card either. But it seems pretty cool. Path of Discovery, 4 drops, a little expensive, but whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it explores. Reveal the top card of your library, put that card into your hand if it's a land, otherwise put a +1/+1 counter on the creature, then put the card back and put it in your graveyard.
So there are some cards that play to explore, so whenever a creature explores, do something. This plays into that. The nice thing is this essentially is mana ramp or creature buff every single time you cast a creature. So I actually really like this card. Turn 4 it's a little later than maybe you want it to be, but I'm planning on playing that.
Yeah.
I agree that that foil Relentless Raptor has your name on it.
What? Would you pop the Discovery?
No, you know what, Mark? We're gentlemen here. I'm gonna pay this forward to you in hopes that we can figure something out later.
Sure.
I already have one in there. I don't need another. Well, so let's see. We are gonna build decks from these, right?
Yeah, why don't you hold on to it?
So I'm gonna hang on to it so I can build a deck from it. But once we're done with those decks,
It's like layaway, right?
yeah, this is on layaway. This is 100% Marks. Remember, we have that beautiful.
And it's in the hyphy
foil.
mat.
It's in the hyphy
I'm
mat.
not concerned about the quality of it.
We know it's going to stay beautiful and protected. I think that looks great on card cam.
It does.
Those
It's
colors are beautiful.
Nick Heavy with the tech support.
Yeah.
Clutch tech support.
All right, and our last Rivals
pack.
packs.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what we got
Until
here.
tomorrow, I am incredibly excited though.
Yeah.
All right, so let's not screw this up again.
Yeah, let's not screw it up.
2, 3. Hopefully we don't have. Okay, perfect. We don't have an extra card in my pack this time.
Okay, we're good there.
All right, so I didn't see the rare this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Just go through all the cards and just see. Okay.
All right, I don't think we saw Brazen Freebooter today, so it's a 4-drop 3/3, and when it enters the battlefield, you create a colorless treasure artifact. So essentially a 3/3 for an effective mana cost of 3 because you get that treasure token. I like it as a pirate, a little bit bigger body as a pirate. Divine Verdict we haven't seen today. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. It's dependent on your opponent doing something though. But overall a solid removal card if you were in white and you need some help there. We already saw Spire Winder, so no reason to really get into him. Araska Raptor, the same thing. But we do have Legion, or Dusk Legion Zealot. So a solid 2-drop, 1/1. When it enters the battlefield, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. So this is one of those reasons why, if you're playing a Vampire's deck, you need life gain because a lot of these vampires are going to have some sort of ability that take life away from you. But you're always going to take that card draw because you always want as many cards as possible. I like this card a lot. Next up, another one we haven't seen, and another 2-drop. It's a 2-drop 2/2 body, which I love taking 2-drop 2/2s. That is a sweet spot for me. As long as it's your turn, Hardy Veteran gets +0/+2. So the thing here is that it's harder to kill this creature when it attacks. It's promoting you to attack on your turn because it's harder for your opponents to kill
Be
it.
aggressive.
Be aggressive. I like it. Let's read that flavor text. For the Sun Empire, the immortal sun is a symbol of national identity. When they reclaim it, the empire will flourish once more. So they're really looking for the immortal sun. They want it because it is a symbol of their culture. We've already seen Sworn Guardian, but again, another solid 3-drop. Hardy Veteran is trying to get around Sworn Guardian. Sworn Guardian has sworn to guard the Immortal Sun, and our Veteran is trying to get around the Guardian.
He's a sleaze bag.
Upsetting reprint, Colossal Dreadmaw.
Yeah.
What is this? Be Brave, Wizards. Be Brave. Maybe some people think they were brave to reprint. I think that's just
I don't know.
I don't know.
Not a big boy like that.
Next up, we've already seen this. Luminous Bonds prevents your the enchanted creature from attacking or blocking. So you don't want to target an opponent's creature there. Dark Inquiry. We've already seen this to have your opponent discard a card. And then we are into my uncommon. So on to Mark.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just power through the ones we've seen already. Moment of Triumph. +2/+2, gain 2 life. Sailor of Memes. Another meme card reprint.
Reprint boy.
Martyr of Dusk, a great card. Solid card.
Beautiful, wonderful card.
Dark Inquiry. I think Jeff had one of these, so just putting it out there. Soul of the Rapid. We've seen that
Pretty solid
2
comic
times
card.
now already. And then Hardy Veteran, I actually got one this pack too, so
Oh,
that
man.
one for me.
Like that
And
card.
Actually, Divine Verdict. I also got one this pack,
Wow.
Jeff. So seeing that, and I think that's it. Yeah. So those are all, and then I'll just go through my commons that we
Yeah.
haven't seen. Frilled Death Spitter.
Ooh.
Kind of medium-sized Dino Boy. 3-drop, 3/2. Enrage mechanic. Whenever it is dealt damage, it deals 2 damage to the target opponent. So, kind of like filling in that space between those really cheap Dino Boys that are kind of weak and kind of these more medium-sized Dino
Yeah,
Boys.
this is a perfect target for deal 1 damage to creature you control, or deal 1 damage to target creature.
Next up, Voracious Vampire.
Ooh,
A 3-drop.
that's a beautiful card as well.
Yeah.
When we only see one of those in foils, those colors are also
Oh, wow.
really fun
Those
to pop.
colors
The
pop.
gold on the shoulder plus those beautiful raptor colors.
Yeah, and the blood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Blood, it's sad that, because it usually means something's dying.
Yeah.
But
When it's in
shiny,
foil, it's exciting.
It's
man.
great. I'm looking forward to it.
A 2-drop, 2/2, or a 3-drop 2/2 with menace, always solid. Plus,
And it's just battlefield. Target vampires you control get +1/+1 and gain menace to the end of turn. So it's kind of scary. If you're going wide with a lot of cheap dino, a lot of cheap vampire boys, you can start getting through with even just tokens that are now +2/+2.
all of your tokens also fall into this. So all of your tokens that with lifelink now turn into 2/2s. Plus they have menace. So if you've gone wide and you play this card later in game, I know it's a 3-drop, but a lot of times you're going to want to play this later on in the game to buff up as many vampires as possible. They all get menace. It makes them really hard to interact with because you have to dedicate 2 creatures to each of those to block. You're going to trigger a lot of lifelink, and then the other thing here is that a lot of damage is probably going to get through this card. I like this vampire card a lot, actually. I think it's really powerful as a common.
And this, I think it's a nice land, especially if you're going
Yeah.
tricolor. It's a really nice mono.
Evolving Wilds, basically you throw it in there so that you can go find another land. I like it. I like it a lot. Basically, as soon as you get this out, you tap it and you go find the land that you want.
Those are my comments. So let's see what you got for uncommons.
So we've seen Blazing Hope. We talked about this. It really doesn't play as a 1-drop the way you like, in that you can't really remove any creatures on turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, turn 5, because it removes something with a power greater than your life total, and that's very hard to find early on.
By the time it's helpful, you're on your way out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, it might help save you a couple turns, but I think odds are you're in a pretty bad spot when you're using that. We also did we see Sadistic Sky Marcher today?
No, we saw him 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days ago. I actually really like this card. It's a 3-drop, 2/2. This is a really solid card.
Yeah.
Flying, lifelink, you have to reveal a vampire to make it cheaper or pay 1 extra, but still
Still
a 2/2 flyer with lifelink. I'm a big fan of this as a vampire card. And then last up, I don't think we've seen one
No,
of these.
that looks new.
Majestic Terrace. Helioterrace?
Yeah.
Heliosaurus? I guess it's Heliosaurus.
It is a complicated dinosaur.
Yeah, anyways, it's a flying 2/2 body for 4, and whenever it attacks another dinosaur you control, it's flying until end of turn. So it helps out one of your other dino creatures. You want to play this with Dino Synergy because you want to turn one of those huge dinos that you have into a flyer as well, and make it really hard for your opponent to deal with. I like this card a lot, but for me, so far, it's Sadistic Sky Marcher as pick 1 from that pack.
Not for me. We've seen most of these cards 2 days ago. See Red, 2-drop, you change a creature, they get +2/+1.
And they have First Strike.
At the beginning of your end step, if you did an attack with a creature, it doesn't have to be this one.
Nope.
This turn sacrifice Sea Red. So I think a really nice enchantment. Can take like a non-threatening body and make it threatening. First Strike's great too.
Oh yeah.
Because then you can you don't die if you're equal on the toughness equals the opponent's attack. So pretty cool thing. Pride of the Conquerors, card that really benefits if you're able to go Super Saiyan in a sense. You'll get that +2/+2. Otherwise, you'll get +1/+1 for all your bodies. So cool card. And then last up is, we saw this one too, Arterial Flow, 4-drop, 2 swamp. Each opponent discards 2 cards. If you control a vampire, each opponent loses 2 life, and you gain 2 life.
So you're going to want to play this if you have a vampire. You're going to want to get that life gain and also ping your opponent. The discard, though, is a little because they can just get rid of lands.
Yeah, this card would be great in like
lands.
what is it, 2-headed giant game?
Yeah.
Because like your opponents, there's 2 of them, so they discard 4 cards. And you each loses 2 life.
Yeah, in group games, I think this is a lot better.
Yeah.
And now we have our final
Rare boy.
Rivals Rare Boy.
A rare boy.
Ooh.
The rare boy I got.
Oh, I did.
Nice. Nice.
Oh man, what'd you get?
Is this a bomb? Is this a bomb?
In certain cases, yeah, I think it is.
Yeah.
Ooh. Alright. Okay. So, a rare card we've already seen. It's gonna get hyphenated. Tilanali Summoner. So again, I talked about how I really, really like this card. It's a 2-drop. It creates other bodies pretty much every time you attack with it, and those bodies then become permanent, non-destroyed bodies once you have.
Which is critical to going Super Saiyan.
Which is critical to going Super Saiyan.
So, and then my
hyphenat.
rare boy is the Blood Sun. 3-drop enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. And all lands lose all abilities except mana abilities.
Yeah. So, this I think really targets like a lot of those deserts and stuff that we saw in previous sets that like pin you for things. In the case of sealed or limited, maybe not as strong of a rare, but I think when you're talking about constructed, if you're trying to deal with like an opponent's stuff, you might end up playing this. But for me, Tilanali Summoner, easy pick 1 in that pack. I think I got enough red and white that I'd be going red-white here.
Yeah. I don't know what I'd be going. I'm more into like getting cool cards. But I've got a lot of white. I think I've got a lot of white and red too. So yeah, pretty cool.
Right.
So
let's burn through these Ixalans, and then we only have one promo card to look at.
I know,
because
kind of
Mark got screwed on his
Yeah,
promo
I got
box.
screwed on my promo box. I'll be emailing Wizards and letting them know, like, hey, it's kind of a...
Yeah, you know what, honestly, we'll send them a link to this video. Maybe Wizards will help us out with a stream here in the future, and maybe send us something that we can open up on stream for you guys. But I'm incredibly disappointed, especially like the thing is here we're on stream. It's fine that we didn't get a promo card, but it is upsetting. If you're at a pre-release event and you don't get a promo card, that's a huge blow. I mean, hopefully the game store would be willing to just swap it out with you and give you another box, but still, that is a huge problem. It's a huge quality control problem. Wizards probably needs to address that.
Yeah, I don't know what's up, but whatever.
All right, let's go through these comments real quick.
We got Craig Family. Craig Family, thanks for coming back to the stream. We noticed you were here 2 days ago. Blood Sun, I guess talking about, that's a good against lands that give players no max hand size.
There we go.
So, Thanks, Craig. Family 7101.
Big help. Thank you for
There
the
you go,
insight.
yeah.
That's much appreciated. Again, we love cards, we love art, we love flavor text, but sometimes we don't necessarily know how these cards play. 100%.
I'm just gonna put this card right here because this card is beautiful. This is a beautiful, amazing card.
This almost makes up for the fact that you didn't get a promo.
See you, DJ Chronic. Good luck. Have a safe flight. Thanks for watching, and thanks for joining the Twitch Mile High Club with us.
Cool. We very much appreciate your patronage.
But contract killing, woo,
buddy.
What a card.
We have a Desperate Castaways. We have a Fire Shrine Keeper. We're just gonna stack these guys. I think Skyblade of the Legion, Skittering
I'll go straight to
Heartstopper,
those uncommons.
Exali's Diviner,
Yeah.
Opt. Oh my God.
Oh my God. So do we have to?
We have to.
We have to. Okay. We have to rip this card up because this card is
Guys, it's
Garbo.
It's Garbo Sentinel.
Absolute trash.
It's okay. It's
all
Gilded Garbo Sentinel.
All right.
Everyone knows what we do these.
All
We
right.
rip them.
Garbage
Get that card out of here.
Garbage
Garbo
card.
I hate
Yeah.
it. Can't stand it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right.
If the
Friendly
judge
Fire.
disqualified me over that, I'd say so what?
I actually really like Unfriendly Fire. Deal
Yeah.
4 damage. Pretty straightforward card. Maybe a little bit expensive. I like Cancel. Also another solid card. And then what is this? Oh man. So hold on.
Oh, whoa.
You mean in my Rivals of Ixalan pack, I get Colossal Dreadmoss, and then in my
Oh.
Ixalan pack, I get
That
Colossal
leaves a
Dreadmoss?
really bad
What
taste
is this?
in my
This-
mouth. Ooh.
Oh, what is that?
Ooh, I'm
What is that?
upset.
That's the taste of trash and disappointment.
Yeah, literally trash. My uncommons, Wild Growth Walker, cool card.
Yeah.
Bishop of the Bloodstain.
Love that card. This card, this is what we're talking about, right? This is the one where is with the blood right in there.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think this is the one where like there's some blood in there and it like really pops in foil form.
Then Deadeye Quartermaster.
Ooh.
My rare boy is actually
Oh, this is a bomb.
Selling
Yeah.
Wreckage.
Yeah, Celebrates. Exile all attacking creatures target player controls. That player may search his or her library for that many basic land cards. Put those onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle his or her library. So, your opponent's saying, great, I have a clearing, I'm going to just crash through with all my creatures and end this game, and then you're like,
Nope.
get him out of here.
Get out.
Get him out of here.
Get out.
Great card. Great
Get
card.
out. Love that card.
All right, my uncommons, favorable wins, creatures you control, flying, get +1/+1. Kitesail Freebooter, which
Ooh.
I love. It's a 1/2 flyer, and then when it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it, and exile that card until Kitesail Freebooter leaves the battlefield. Very solid uncommon. If this is my pack one, I'm taking that so far. And then Tempest Caller, when it enters the battlefield, tap all creatures target opponent controls. Another very strong ability. It's a coin flip between this and Kitesail Freebooter, but I'm a big fan of those 2 drops, and so I'm probably taking Kitesail, but I haven't seen my rare yet.
Yeah.
And my rare for the Ixalan pack, is Herald of Secret Stream. So it's a 4-drop. Creatures you control with 1/1 counters on them can't be blocked. That plays directly into the Merfolk synergies. This is a great Merfolk card if you get it, and this is a build around.
Actually,
Merfolk
Jeff,
card
Craig
for sure.
Family
I
just
love
said
it.
that he actually followed a standard because of that reprinting cards back to back. It kind of put a sour taste in his mouth, just like it's putting a sour taste in your mouth. But
It pisses me off to no end.
No
It's
end,
very
yeah.
upsetting. But I do love new cards, and so I can't just write off standard and these
Yeah.
new sets. But it is upsetting when you see the
kinda-
same exact card.
it's kinda crappy.
in the same block.
yeah, it's. Anyhow, this is our last booster.
Last booster.
Last
and then we
card
get
for
to
me,
our
then you get
single promo card.
Single promo cards. So, check the rarity on this last one. Okay. Ooh, Slash of Talons, solid card. Shaper Apprentice. These aren't bad. Oh my God! Look at what I got here.
Oh my God. All right, so they did. They
Another-
kind of redeemed themselves by getting
another-
2 contract
yeah.
killings as opposed
So,
to a promo card.
This makes my deck pretty solid now. I think I really have a viable. I think I would pivot immediately into black if I have 2 contract killings because like its effective mana cost is 3. For removal is so good. Really,
those treasure tokens help you out.
yeah,
dramatically.
especially when you start throwing in other cards. You want to get
Oh,
in,
yeah.
you want to splash a little of this, splash a little of that. Treasure is 1 treasure
It's treasure.
is 1 mana, but in certain situations it could be worth 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 mana.
It's because it can be any color as opposed to one color.
Exactly.
All right. So just to burn through my comments real quick, you have Blightkeeper, Deeproot Warrior, which is a great 2-drop. One with the Wind, Hierophant's Chalice, Territorial Hammerskull, which is a great 3-drop common card. Direfleet Interloper, which is a pretty solid Menace Pirate. Swashbuckling, Siren's Ruse, Unknown Shores, which is a nice mana fix, and then I'm into my uncommon. So we'll just keep going. Duskborn Sky Marcher, a fantastic vampire. I really like that card. Ranging Raptor is a great dino
card
that helps you get your mana. So you can play this in turn 3, trigger that enrage. Hopefully a couple of times you get your mana fix going for your tricolor dino decks. And then last up, another really solid uncommon card called the Feast. You get 3 1/1 vampire creature tokens with lifelink. Overall, pretty solid pack. I might be going for Duskborn Sky Marcher here as the 1-drop.
My uncommons, Raider's Wake. If you're kind of going for a discard-esque strategy, great card. Savage Stomp, solid in any.
Savage Stomp is a fantastic card, especially if you're building around dinos.
And then Marauding Looter.
Solid uncommon card. In that, did you actually have a good number of blue-red cards?
Yeah.
And with those dual lands, man, you can probably get into a tricolor Pirates deck. Potentially.
Craig family, if you're into some of these vampire cards, give us a follow, shoot us a message of what vampire cards you like, and maybe we can hook you up. We can mail you some. So just give us a follow, send us a message of like what you're interested in. We can go in the Gentleman Draft vault. We have a vault downstairs.
So I got another double end card one.
Whoa.
So I actually already saw my rare in this
Okay,
pack.
well I haven't seen my rare yet, so why don't you go first?
So we have, and I don't want to see the extra card, but
that is a great.
we have Kobolo, Warden of Waves. So a beautiful 3-drop. Spells your opponent's cast that target a merfolk you control costs 2 more to cast. Abilities your opponent activate that target a merfolk you control costs 2 more to activate. So really a defender of Merfolk. This is a solid card if you're building around Merfolk. I don't think I have enough, although I did get 2 pretty nice Merfolk rares in the Ixalan pack.
You have that uncommon from Rivals.
Yeah, so we might be able to work something with Merfolk here. I do still think probably my strongest is going to be a red-white because of that Tillinali Summoner and then and that Trap Jaw though. But yeah, a very nice card. And then I did get an extra card.
Woo.
It's a beautiful foil Frenzied Raptor.
Wow,
so again,
2 foil cards.
I know those colors really
This
pop.
pack, I'm really hyped for your promo foil.
This is a beautiful card.
And for me, last one, it's my rare boys, a Repeating Barrage.
I like this card.
Card.
It's not a bomb rare, but I
Yeah.
do think it's a solid card because you can go and get it back from your graveyard. It only goes in your hand. It doesn't like cast from your graveyard. But you know what? Sometimes you're like hurting for cards. You don't have any cards in hand, and it's always nice to have the option to pull something out. Frenzied Raptor though, that's shiny. And then we have our promo card.
That's it for me. You know,
You get
I
Mark
drew
got
the
screwed
short
again.
straw.
Again, we do want to make it clear. We did show on stream. Mark did get screwed on the promo card.
I got the die, but no, nothing.
It's
Nothing.
it's pretty upsetting.
I've looked.
I wonder if you got repacked somehow. I wonder if someone went in and stole your promo card.
I don't know. It looked sealed the right way.
Well, you got 1 from one different game. You got 3 from one game store and then 1 from another game store. Do you think the one game store maybe screwed us?
No, because if you look at it, like I got these all. Well, what's the serial on that one?
There's no serious.
NC-713. You should look at the downstairs one because I'll take a look, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
But
Anyways,
yeah, what do we got there?
let's see what the promo card is. All right, so another Merfolk, World Shaper. So it's a Merfolk Shaman, 4-drop 3/3. Whenever World Shaper attacks, you may put top 3 cards from your library into your graveyard. When World Shaper dies, put all land cards from your graveyard onto the battlefield tap. So it's a land buffer. You are burning through cards with this though. It's a solid card, not necessarily a bomb, but does does push me into maybe potentially looking into playing Merfolk in this pack. Yeah.
Nice.
So I think overall solid, but I gotta say, definitely, I think the best card that we pulled, yeah, is this guy, Trap Jaw Tyrant. Beautiful card, very strong card.
Mythic.
We got fortunate with the Mythic Rare. Sorry, I need some more Simple Green.
Yeah,
My voice
I
is
think I'm
getting
gonna have
shot.
some too.
That is thirst quenching. But yeah, overall a solid.
I think solid. Much better than last time for you, Jeff. For
Yeah,
me,
a lot better.
markedly worse.
It could have
Immeasurably
it,
worse.
it was almost impossible to do better than you did last stream. Pulling 2 of the Elder Dinos was incredible.
You know, karma has its ways. You know.
Dude, yeah, but Karma should never hit like this.
No, that hurt.
Yeah, Karma should never hit like this. It's alright. I think Wizards is going to do the right thing here. I think Wizards is going to get us a promo card, maybe even a new pre-release box.
Yeah, no, look, this might be from, because I think these are all from the same box, but I don't know where it ends. I guess this is a serial number where it came from.
Yeah, we might have to. Look and see what our box downstairs is from. Maybe it's from the one game store where we only bought one from. Do you have the plastic actually for that one?
Look at the seal.
They feel a little bit different. This is thicker, right?
Yeah.
I think they might have took the promo card out of you, dude.
No, that doesn't make sense then.
Dude, they might have taken the promo card out of there, yeah, and then repacked it.
Nah, that'd be like a bad move.
I mean, it would be a bad move, yeah, but look at the seams on the side.
Right.
Oh yeah, dude, you got repacked.
Oh no.
Or maybe you didn't. I don't know. You know
I
what?
don't think so. But we'll keep this.
Actually, no, never mind. Because I have it all around the seams too.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk to Wizards anyways, and we're gonna see what happened, and then we might have to investigate this game store too and see if they're taking the promo cards out of here.
We're gonna
investigate something pretty fishy. Yeah.
Pretty nefarious here, I think. I think there might be a conspiracy.
Dude,
there might be a deep state here.
We might have to turn into investigative journalists here.
Yeah.
We might have to next set release. We might have to get another promo box from them and see if we run into the same thing.
Yeah, I think it's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
But we're gonna wrap up.
We don't
here.
want to point any fingers yet, though, so we're not going to say that they did anything fishy. It does feel a little fishy that we didn't have a promo card in there. Right now, we're going to blame Wizards. We're going to talk to Wizards. We're going to see if they can make this right.
But
by giving us a promo card, maybe another pre-release.
But I think the most important thing here is that we will have a booster box of Rivals tomorrow. We're gonna open it. We're gonna go through it. We're gonna gentleman's draft it. We're excited. We're great job today, Jeff. I think we didn't have any guests on today, but it's kind of
quick stream though. We blew through it fast.
We blew through it. We
saw some fun cards.
Yeah, we're already starting to get comfortable with these Rivals cards, with what the flavor text is, what the art is. Excuse me, that Pellegrino's is working its way up. It feels so good.
It's so good.
But we're really excited for the stream tomorrow. We're gonna have our hyphy mats.
Yeah, we want to thank Hyphy Matt for keeping our cards protected. Yeah. Not only that, but having the best shuffle feel in the game.
The best, yeah.
The best shuffle.
I have shuffled a deck of hyphy mat cards, and it feels amazing.
When I play other people with my white hyphy mats who have lesser card sleeves, they love it.
They forfeit.
They grab my deck, and instead of just cutting it, they reshuffle it. They go, "Oh my god, this feels so good."
They feel every card.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
One man's even rubbed it on his face before.
Yeah,
that was a little
MLX, don't do that.
Yeah, please don't do that. MLX.
But we'll be on tomorrow, so please give us a follow on Twitch. We'd appreciate it.
Back tomorrow, probably around like 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. We'll probably start on 2. Yeah. We're probably also gonna have a draft. We'll see if we can stream that.
Let's see. So today we got through 12 packs. What time did we start? Maybe like 3:30.
3:30.
So we get through 12 packs in about an hour. So I think we can do this in 3 hours.
I think so.
We really just like kind of cranked through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, we
got this new setup, I think, which is
this new setup is great. We're gonna try to get it into the middle, so we we'll figure out something to have this like maybe in the middle.
Yeah.
To have a little bit better option for both of us to be able to see the card a little bit easier. It is to one side now, so I kind of had the advantage here today.
It's all right. Me being a magic master,
It's true. He doesn't need to see the
I
cards.
don't mind giving other people.
I need a little bit
advantages.
closer view to figure out what's going on. You know? So
Yeah.
that's fair. That's fair. Great. Thank you for sacrificing for me.
Anytime. So thanks for watching, guys.
Thank
Ladies.
you, Hiking Net.
And we'll,
Thank you, San Pellegrino.
thank you, San
We know
Pellegrino.
the sponsorship is coming
Yeah.
from both of you, and we appreciate it. By the way, I am starting to run out of hiking mats, and before I buy more, I do feel like we should probably have some on the way in the mail. So,
Yeah, we're just
Hyphy, if you want to send them to Twitch headquarters, address them to Jeffrey Decker.
Jeffrey Decker.
We'd be happy
Yeah.
for your donation.
So yeah, we're gonna just do our ending animation. Dun, 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 dun. Gentleman's drop. It's so good for you. It tastes so good. It feels so good. Boom boom.